But yeah, I think everyone is here. So I know it wasn't much, but does anyone want to quickly recap what happened that last session? I don't know how helpful it is to recap, because I know Treg writes them all up, but at the same time, it is kind of fun to...
I got a strap for my helmet. That's the most important thing.
All right, the recap has gone straight to the end of the recap, and
That did happen. That was a thing that did happen.
it was.
I believe we're trying to get the whole city to fight against a giant, presumably god being coming out of the ground.
That's doing pretty well with his cult.
Yes, I I remember a lot of the early part of the session was kind of discussing what we were doing after we got out of the second book. And Andros was busy trying to take on as many extra planar burdens as he could possibly accomplish within the session.
The guy that doesn't want to deal with gods is trying to make a bargain with yet another, essentially.
Well, yeah, and then there was the and then I think they were trying to shame Grimdark into giving us like weapons or some form, and then we kind of almost got down into an area where maybe only go at once. So then we retreated back to the refugee part of the city, and Elton made a little speech, and that went really well, and now I think we're doing more prep.
Yep.
We're getting ready.
Yeah, I believe you actually nat 20 that speech, if I recall.
I think I did.
He did. There was an nat 20.
Yeah, well, it's persuasion nat 20, like a total of 31 on that.
Something crazy like that, yeah.
Yeah,
but,
so
I think I have no idea what, like, I don't think any of us really know what's going to happen when we put this crowd together. So, I mean, I may have just nat 20'd all of these people to their deaths. I don't really know.
Yes.
nat 20 is not
that ready on your mind.
World. Nat 20 just means you succeeded what you attempted in.
Right. I'm a very charismatic leader. My direction is, we're going to fight something. I don't really know what it is.
But yeah, so you guys, there was a couple, because there's the whole thing with the adventure in the book, which we just kind of discussed before, with you guys finally kind of seeing a bit more into the past of the original, well, an older band of heroes, of characters you've met throughout your current journey. Kind of seeing a little bit of what led up to this end time, what brought about Foss, what brought about some of these things. And then after you got out of the book and that whole adventure, talking with Grumbar about trying to prepare some kind of defense or fight or whatever against the thing that's currently encased in the mountain as it struggles to break free. I believe Absinthe... Did I? No, that was... I think I just messaged you. Yeah, messaged. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't like this crown, but yes.
Yeah. So there was something going on there. You have one fragment of the crown, and Alton has the other. You guys have not put them together yet. But yeah, you guys did go back to, or he mentioned that below, in the doors behind him leading downward, below him, laid old Dunmore Keep, which may have some weapons or an armory of sorts. He kind of sealed it off and never bothered to go down. He had no reason or need to go down there. But he said that he doesn't know what's become of it in, the years that it's been sealed off. You guys went back to the town to try and basically incite your cult revolution misfit army of sorts. and with the performance check by the enthralling, captivating speech by Brother Alton, he pretty much rallied all the dwarves of the city into action, and they started making preparations from arms from the smith and for weapons and armor and stuff like that to march upon the castle to help in this great evil that which Alton spoke. I think the last part, if I remember correctly, I think we were still there, and a few of you were also heading towards the chapel or the old temple or something.
Yes.
So we can pick up there, and if you guys still want to do with that, or if we want to go, I'll let you guys just pick up from there, because I do have things built, so we can kind of go any direction at this point, as far as like even under castle or whatever else. But
We haven't had
Yes.
a long rest yet, have we?
We have not. No.
No, you did. Not since the book. You
Yeah.
had one before you went into the book, because you stayed at the castle. Then you woke up, had the meeting with Groombar, went into the book, came out of the book as though no time had passed at all, talked to Groombar, and came here. So you haven't had a long rest since the events of that night of the Morden's Tales.
Yeah, I could definitely use a long rest.
Not much.
I would know what to do with a long rest.
Not
Wow.
much official time has passed since we actually woke up, so it's probably still technically our morning.
Yeah, mentally we're all full day.
It's early after the speech, after everything that's gone on. It's probably about like mid-afternoon at this point. But you guys feel a lot more tired than that, considering you spent a fair amount of time in this pocket dimension of sorts.
Oh, I found my primary character.
I guess we will pick up with was it two of you? I think it was Evian and
Yeah.
Andros that went to the temple.
To talk to. Why am I blanking on his name? Merkram? Merkram?
Yes,
right?
Merkram. It was Merkram, the keeper of the temple, the old keeper of the temple. Where's my? You find him there. Like, he pretty much almost arrived when you arrived, because he was in the bar with you during pretty much with all the other dwarves when Alton gave his speech. But as he enters into the temple and starts shuffling things around, he just gives you a raised eyebrow as you come in. And what could this old dwarf help you with then?
That was quite a rousing speech, eh?
Aye. Forgive me if I say this, I still don't. Something doesn't seem right about him, but if he's getting the people to move, I'm not sure there's much more else I can say.
My friend here had a question for you. Evian?
Right. Have you seen any maps or any past histories of this whole underground town and somewhere within the chapel? Presumably it would be found in like the high priest's room or just a room full of books of any case.
He scratches at his beard and kind of gives you a almost mournful look. Last, the stuff I have here is stuff I've scavenged from the surrounding towns, as close as I can get to the castle. Any lost knowledge or history to the castle, it would be in the castle itself.
Pity. Turns to. Wow, I forgot his name already.
Merkram?
It's been so long.
Top form tonight.
Turns to Andros. That's
Oh,
the
me.
word. Yep, to you too. um, well, if we don't have any um, historical things here, maybe that's kind of out the window. But
No,
I
I have
still
no
want
idea.
to check to see if there is a room available. And
What you miss yesterday?
looking.
I'll go. If you're full
Let me get a tongue now. Let me check.
no go.
No go. No go.
No
I
go.
hear
Live.
odd voice.
Pinging. Let the pinging commence. Oh, that'll be noticed.
Um, but in any case, she turns back to Markham. If there is a room of that nature, would it be all right if I checked? I know that you said that you've scavenged most of the things, but I just want to keep an actual eye out, if you don't mind.
He points in the direction of a bunch of like stacked crates and stuff in the center of the temple. Everything I've picked up, I've kept stored back there. Some relics, and mostly some stuff, old symbols to Morden I've tried cleaning. You know, pay proper respects, of course. You're free to take a look.
Thank you. And she will walk past him and go in that area to search.
All right, go ahead and roll me an investigation, just to kind of see what you find.
Okay.
Andros will follow, giving a shrug and a head tilt to Merkram as he goes by. You know how women are. If they get something in their mind, they don't let it drop.
Hey, stubborn as a
Simple for
dwarf, it
men.
seems.
Same goes for men.
What's that do? You find something?
Perhaps. What did I
Oh.
find there, GM?
Sorry, the roll20 was not scrolling. I was like, but you didn't roll. Oh, it's because I'm stuck 2 things above. No wonder it didn't make any sense. Okay. So as you're kind of poking through the crates, what he said is pretty much correct. A lot of the stuff you find is like kind of the same symbols that you saw the villagers the citizens in the kingdom, like the symbols they were holding.
Mhm.
Fashioned from mostly basic metals, crafted in the symbol of the hammer of Morden. Some intricate, some more simplified, some seem very hastily carved, almost kind of from rough hewn stone or even wood. But he's definitely, they definitely look well cared for, as well as a few just parchments and scrolls that it looks like he's maybe picked through the houses to pick up. Um, um, there's nothing. So, unfortunately, your search doesn't yield anything, I guess, directly what you're looking for in terms of maps or anything. But something of interest does strike you as you're pushing through the papers, kind of looking for this. Apart from, stuff that seems a little bit more, faded and worn, you do come across a few pieces of parchment that seem very faded and worn, to a point where the moment you touch them, they almost seem to crumple and fade away in your hands. And as you gently pull them out, you notice that they're like scryer's bulletins, equivalent of a newspaper, I guess. However, it is written completely in Dwarvish.
Okay.
But you do notice the thing that probably strikes you most is the drawing on it is of Olared.
All right. So she'll basically carefully handling this piece of paper and trying to show Andros in a way, kind of like sidestepping around so he can see it. Well, this might be something as of use, but unfortunately, I do not know what it means. But this, and she points to her finger towards the picture, may be something that be important. Um,
Mokram,
Aye.
could you take a look at this? I apologize, I am not fluent in your tongue, but we do recognize this young lass.
You recognize her? How?
Well, we were at the castle, and there's a statue of her in the center of the keep courtyard.
Don't remember. I don't know nothing about the building a statue for her. This here is an article decrying soon-to-be Queen Allred converses with demons. It's he kind of just starts like scanning over it. Yeah, it calls for her trial before the court of Morden.
like an execution trial, or
Well, it doesn't say that they made any decision. Just it seems like they wanted to see if they were actually telling the truth. Alleged hadn't she conversed with all manner of beings?
Right, when I say statue, I don't think anyone carved it. I think it's like all the other folk who don't come back.
Turned. He kind of scratches the side of his head.
Andros just
Oh,
nods.
that's just kind of odd. Yeah, maybe that proves their innocence or guilty.
You don't know a lot what's going on here, right?
I can't get anywhere near the castle. I only know what I've scavenged from the outlying area. And from what I pick up on bits and tidbits of lore from the brothers.
and how long have you said that you've been staying in this vicinity? If you don't mind me asking.
Probably been about 80-ish years.
She nods her head to that.
Well, you were born here then, when the mountain was a thing?
Aye. It's a mountain.
Right. Look, when all this is over, well, somebody should probably actually explain what's going on. You might want to talk to the good Reverend. We found some stuff out at the castle that, well, it's certainly a story. But what the Reverend says is true. I know you've got skeptics. You possibly chief among them, but he does only want to help.
I'll think about it, lad. Some still doesn't sit right, but if he's holding something back, he should be telling all the other dwarves if they could go marching for a war.
Sometimes being a leader is what you tell and what you don't tell. But let's just say it ain't my place to cause waves. I am here, as I've said before, to help. And what we're doing with the good Reverend, that's going to help. Oh, So, do you mind if we keep this? I'm sure he would like to see it.
Yeah, okay. Just bring it back when you're done. I want to keep a record of everything.
Sure, yeah.
Very well. And I guess, do you have anything so where I can keep this piece of paper, parchment, safe? I mean, it looks a little brittle, so.
Rice King Andros or Merkram?
Morcrum.
Oh, I, no, I have the crate it was in.
Wait, I have an idea. What's his name?
I'll just use my sash. No, don't worry. And then she'll
I
just
could
take it off around.
always.
No, I'll do it. She'll just wrap it around, take it off of her, and carefully place it inside, and just gently fold it over one another before tucking it into her back, her over the shoulder.
Okay.
There, all done. Don't need to worry about it. I'll be careful with it, and I'll make sure to return it.
Much appreciated, lass.
Thanks,
Um,
Markram. I guess we'll be going. I've got mobilizing dwarves to go assist, right?
Hey, I'll be coming along too. I need to see this with me own eyes.
As you do.
hmm. Right.
Right,
Uh,
Evan
Andros?
just points to the door.
I'm
Oh,
going.
lad and lass. You see him kind of stroke at his beard a bit embarrassingly a little bit. He's like, I may not know what we're going into or what you guys saw, but he scurries on over 20 other boxes and starts kind of rummaging around and pulls out two silver symbols to Morden. I don't know, or I doubt you believe or follow his faith, but he hasn't, he seems to be here with you. So take these, and mayhap he serves you well here.
Well, that is most kind of you, sir. And she'll take it from him and give him a nod.
Yeah, Andros will take it. Sure, I'm sure it will help. I'll put the fancy ornament on me and make sure I'm safe in case something hits me there.
It's not a
Just pats him on the shoulder and keeps walking.
Okay.
Thank you again, Markram. Hopefully,
Aye.
this changes the attitude that we had before between you and I. But I appreciate everything.
Aye, just be safe. I'll
Not to
Need-
worry. They'll be back.
He just nods his head as he kind of turns slowly and starting to pile up some bundles of books and other objects into bags around him.
Okay. Evan
Alright.
basically walks up behind Andros and she's like, well, that didn't help in any circumstance besides the maps. The maps were a bit more useful, but at least it's something.
Well, it looks like all the history of anything that happened before this got buried when the mountain popped up. We might be a little bit on our own for that, but it's nothing like a little adventure, right?
Right. And you know how adventure can be.
Yes, with you in front and me not
Okay.
dying.
No. That's not how it works. I'm in the shadows.
Just kind of starts walking off toward Thamor.
Andros! You're not Andros. Yes, you are.
Come along, dear.
Alright. Oh, what is everyone else doing? Moriarty.
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 Marani, Zidane. I think you guys were can't remember if you guys had like done stuff with the plants or you were coming back from doing stuff with the plants.
I think that you said that almost all of the poisonous ones were already harvested.
Yeah, I mean, they're not almost harvested, but they were in progress of being harvested after the big announcement, and everyone kind of getting
They did
mobilized.
look
They
for
made a very
plants. They did look for plants.
Yeah.
They did checks for them.
yeah. So I
Apparently
believe
did really well. So then got nat 1.
Yeah, and immunity to poison is the only thing that really, well, helped in that. Raina?
I've been muted this entire time. Go me.
Oh dear.
Mm-mm.
Inline muting. Yay.
No, what I was trying to say was that I thought that I ended up with, like, we both had shit rolls there, but I thought that she had at least given me one.
she she did, because you went back after seeing that they were harvested to talk to, I forgot her name, the proprietor of the inn bar area.
I've forgotten it too. Note taker? What's her name?
What's her name?
What's her
No list. Let's see if I can
name?
find her in here.
What's my mother's name?
Hildred's bar.
Hildred,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, yes. She did give you a sampling of it, if I recall.
What's my mother's name? I heard that.
You're welcome. But is it enough to do anything with? Like, if I were
if
to
you
pull
want
out
to spend
my...
some, if you want to spend some time and try to make something of it, there is enough that you could try and, depending on your rolls, make 1 or 2 vials of some form of potion or poison, depending on what you're attempting to do. The plant, if I remember correctly, because the one
I think
you were
I
going
ended up
for,
with the... I think that I ended up with one of the dangerous leafy ones this time.
yes, yeah, the dangerous,
So,
fairly toxic, but has potentially good medicinal purpose if harvested correctly, or very dangerous poisonous properties if used correctly.
well, I have a healing potion already from my last venture in this, so why don't I try going the other direction this time? Why not? I'll try
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So
So-
go
I
ahead
can
and
taste
roll.
test.
Sure. So what am I rolling?
It is, I believe it's survival with advantage is the herbalism check.
I would prefer
Herbalism
that if
check.
that was the case. Yeah.
Since you're not making, well, I guess medicinal would be if you're going for a poison.
I'm still okay with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead and do a medicine check with advantage if you're using your herbalism kit.
Okie dokie. I'm glad I had advantage.
That would have been fun.
Yeah. Hey, Zidane, try this.
This is a rock.
Sedan explodes.
Smooth.
Sedan's immune from poison, but not from combustive materials.
Is there broken glass in this?
It's just ground up glass shoved in a bottle of water.
I'm trying to make it as lethal as possible. Come on.
You managed to distill an acid. It's burning you inside.
Smooth.
It's pure ethanol. No, you managed to make 2 vials of this very viscous, and you are fairly certain some very poisonous, poison is poison, of a poisonous substance.
Okay.
As to what effects it will have, you're not entirely sure.
Can
I
I
have 2,
try
you
a
said?
drop?
Yeah, I was actually going to, since I ended up with 2, I was going to give you one. So have fun.
Okay, so yeah, you ended up with 2. Then you're giving 1 to Zidane.
Yeah.
All right. So you have this, and it's a very bright green substance. Very
Okay.
very traditional poison looking, but very, very bright green. very viscous. So even trying to swirl it around, it almost seems to barely move inside of its vial after it's been distilled into these.
I can probably code it on my weapon.
You probably
That's what I'm
could.
interpreting it as.
Potentially. And you said you wanted to try a drop of it?
Oh, please do.
Yeah, let's try a drop of it.
Okay.
You're immune, but it
See
is
how
a
this
strong
works.
hallucinogenic.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Mm.
Like, immune to the poison. Actually, what does poison immunity? Is it the damage immunity, or is it the effects also?
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how exactly does poison immunity work.
Yeah. 5e duels.
Yeah.
I think it's what
Should
immunity
be
to poison condition.
Immune to damage and immune to the conditioned poisoned. But as for like the role playing aspects of having said all that, you still X. I don't know. It's probably up to you, Salty. I vote hallucinogenic. That should be fun.
Let's see.
The walls start melting. Shinari turns bright color of orange. Marina looks like she's growing horns.
He looks all the colors.
Zidane?
Yeah, I think it's immune to poison damage and
Why are
poison
you
status.
shouting in my mind?
Tips of your fingers begin growing smaller, more odd-looking hands, and those ones grow hands as well. A fractal pattern until you start peeing yourself.
Or okay. Yeah, you're immune to the effect of this status, and okay, so it. I mean, putting a drop on your tongue and even kind of on your hand, you feel it. Feels very almost like the best liquid I can think of describing it. Almost like a peanut butter kind of like texture with how viscous it is and how it's almost more of a solid than a liquid. It's not when you pull it out. But with your immunity to poison, it doesn't really seem to feel like much. Even trying it just kind of feels like putting clay in your mouth.
And so with that in mind, he spits it out and also is trying to let it slide off of his hand. So with that kind of like not runny, but the peanut buttery, it sticks and doesn't want to run. So
It doesn't work.
he's just kind of trying to wave it off of his hand. Is like,
Morani just kind of takes a step back.
well, as you can see, you probably don't want to get it on you.
I don't think I'll ever get used to you being able to just handle poisons like that.
It makes getting buzzed very difficult. Yes.
I don't have that problem.
I am very familiar with that over the last day. It was fun to watch as a spectator, to be sure, but, well,
Well, I'm glad you get some enjoyment out of it. Clearly, I never get far enough to remember much.
Well, the good news is I could probably apply it to a weapon as a coating for a little while, unless of course it just sticks on to the first thing it hits and then it's done.
Well, it's worth a try.
Assuming whatever the thing is that's trapped up there by Grumbar is alive enough to be affected.
Well, if all else fails, we have a second one, so.
Very true. All right. Let's meet up with the others then.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Heading to the chapel, or?
Yeah, you probably can catch or you catch sight of them heading towards Thamor from the chapel.
Okay.
We'll kind of meet up there in a second. Alton and Absinthos. What do you guys? I know we finished kind of with you guys talking to the smith, I think, where you guys were on your way to. Fully remember if you guys actually ended up talking at the end. I think you did because you're trying to make a breastplate or something or a shield.
Yeah, something along to that effect. And I should have gotten you sooner with a shopping list. I just got super indecisive.
Okay. Do you still need some time then, or?
How much would it cost to turn a regular breastplate into a +1 breastplate?
He would charge you. Oh wow.
That doesn't sound promising.
Wait.
Why do I get a feeling I won't be able to afford it?
Sorry, I'm kind of trying to
No.
look because I didn't know this was coming, and I don't actually know
I
the price
did-
for buying an upgraded one because it's kind of that source didn't seem very good for it. Okay. Because the price range I'm seeing for it is about 1,500.
All right, I need to go to the bank of mom and dad when I get back.
Mostly just because armor scaling is incredibly difficult to do in 5e, apparently.
That sounds logical.
So, like, weapons are cheap, and the armor is insanely expensive.
Breastplate's also really expensive because it's the only heavy armor or medium armor that doesn't give you disadvantage on stealth. So
Yeah, well, it's
yeah, it
it's,
is.
it's
Yeah.
like a premium surcharge of 1,500 to make a base armor +1. So, like, take base armor at 1,500 is what they're, or like, I guess the ruling on it is officially. But yeah, for weapons it's a lot cheaper. For armor, it's a lot more difficult. Mostly just, I guess, because of how, I mean, it's just it's AC, so anything that gives AC
Yeah.
is extraordinarily expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Word. Super. Yeah, I don't think I have anything personally, just aside from chatting with the forge, just making sure all the townsfolk have equipment they need.
Okay. I mean, he talks to you in very intermittent bursts between working and trying to get things like going. So honestly, you're not even sure if he's really listening to you. Most of his replies are, yes, sure. Like just general.
I get it. He's a
Affirmations
man,
with no-
hard at work. Or
He's more just
or-
humoring your conversation.
Sounds good. What's Alton doing?
Same. Yeah, I think I started that last session. I already have everything I could use, but I already kind of knew, unless the guy had some magic items just lying around, that we weren't going to be able to afford them.
I think we went over a lot of that the first time we were here in terms of trying to get like gear from him. So he wouldn't really have anything completely new from the original shopping list that we went through.
Right.
So I think the intent was to see what the armory or what you could find in the basement, more or less, of King's Castle.
Yeah, so I think I'll mosey on back out and try and find whoever I see first.
Okay. You may not necessarily spot them, but I mean, just a quick wandering around the streets, and you'll likely hear Evian and Andros joking with each other as they're walking about, and probably, see Thamor in his glory trying to fish. Amidst
Sounds like a
the
fun time.
hustle and bustle of dwarves. Thamor, you're
Yes.
trying to fish again, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Did we roll before it ended last? I don't think we did.
He
So
rolls
we
some
will
sort
start
of
with the
attack.
attempt to roll.
I mean,
Did
I
he
have a
roll an
godly
attack?
fishing halberd.
Yeah, he has he rolled a 17 with 7 damage.
That's right, he did, actually. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, you're having some decent success there, more just kind of fishing, again, in these murky waters. Though, the fish you're pulling up seem to be just kind of small, like, little, almost common river dwellers, though much paler than what they would normally look in rivers up at the surface.
Oi, lad, that's a catfish. I haven't seen one of those patterns before, but that's a catfish.
Well, plenty of stuff for us to cook up and eat.
Oh,
Where's the rest of that party?
well, here's
Right behind you.
the good brother.
Oh.
Quite a speech you had there back in the tavern.
Well, I've been thinking about it a while.
So we found out. Well, Evian, would you mind?
Right, and she will carefully unpack the sash that she had in her satchel and unfold it before presenting it towards the new face that she can't get used to. Um, this is what
Drum
we
ring.
found in the chapel. Might have some insight on our queen, soon to be Queen Alred. But apparently she was supposed to be having a trial of some kind.
Not so popular with the locals.
Well, I mean, he wasn't a dwarf, so not implying that
Something
the
more
local
about
population is that racist, but I think that
less that, more something about cavorting with demons.
oh, that's never good. Is there any truth to this? I assume you got this from a curator.
We got it from the chapel, and we had one of the dwarves translate it for us. And that's technically what it is. It's a pamphlet of her trial. It's a little
Oh.
faded and brittle, so if you want to try to read over it, you can.
I read dwarvish, sure.
Okay. Yeah, it says what Muckram kind of described. It just outlines the big prominent headline being Queen Olred converses with demons. A trial is to commence. The people demand trial before the court of Morden for Queen Olred for her accusations for convorting or conversing with manners of demons. Yeah.
So was there a verdict?
The trial, the paper doesn't indicate the trial has ever happened. It says there was a call to trial.
Hmm.
From what we figured is that being that her likeness is in the castle, maybe it already happened.
Maybe. Is there an official seal?
Sorry?
Is there an official seal?
No.
So there's
More
no
like-
judge presiding under the authority of. Because what I'm trying to figure out is if what's his name, the old king, was like still around.
Grimlock?
Grimlock, yeah. Bear his name.
I mean, he slightly. I mean, meta knowledge in a sense. He had to have been for Allred to be around.
Yep.
So this is like the common lame, this layman's newspaper, not like an official.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically the equivalent of like the New Yorker or a tabloid kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
You're
out of
finding a
character, though, I
newspaper.
want to make sure that I understand what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
So if trying to piece it together here, if Grimlock knew there was something coming, and he cooked up a ritual, and then the ritual resulted in the sundering of the crown, and his, let's say, his personality got split 3 times, and Olred was clearly, physically at least, still present, on the material plane, because her statue is in the castle. I'm trying to figure out, like, when he would have been sundered, right? Like, when he would have been taken away. And then if Ulred was on trial, then I guess he must have been around during that.
You could also
he's-
potentially assume that this paper predates that event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
So then,
this is when he potentially brought her back and claimed her as an heir.
that's weird.
And to help maybe put things into a slight odd perspective, I didn't, just, oh, well, okay. Maybe I made it too confused. To put things into an odd perspective with it, and I thought maybe they'd be caught on a little bit, this is not the first account of one of the characters that you've encountered being becried for conversing with demons.
Oh.
Hey,
Grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. That makes more. Yeah.
I was
Going over
following
my
that.
head. What happened? What's going on? What's going on?
The flashback
So
you had with
Fool King.
Mhm.
The Fool King in his kingdom, when he was trying to deal with stuff, got labeled as someone that was conspiring or associating with demons.
I see.
And same thing is
Well, maybe
going
they
on
were,
with
though.
Uldred.
And we do know, at least from what we heard, or could maybe insinuate, is that our friend Arestamore, at least before we offed him, may have been one of the ones who was helping spread those rumors. But basically, the public did not like Olared and wasn't thrilled with Grimlock because he was naming her as an heir.
Yep. And in both cases, to kind of also help answer that question you were kind of hinting at or going for in a sense, in both cases, the characters or the reasons that would have proof as to what the hell happened or where she came from and all that deal have been decried as conversing with demons. And in the thing you did, or in the back with the Fool King, one of his, memories that you saw of him, you mentioned that no one believed him. Why couldn't they believe him when it was right there?
Why, indeed.
So,
Well,
So, what you got there?
Nice looking paper.
It's
Shows it to him.
Dwarvish.
Yeah,
But
demons.
I
Never
do
trust them.
have a question, Salty. Is
Sure.
it possible if I can conjure the last bit of Arrestor Moore from my bow to have another talk with him?
You can most certainly try.
Okay.
Just go with that.
Oh wait. Your what was your name? What was your applesauce? You've got magic that can, fix things, right? You used it back on the boat.
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to get at?
This, your paper, it's a little brittle. Can you do anything about it?
Can I cast mending on the paper?
Is that a question, or are you doing it?
Let's say I'm doing it. Does
Okay.
it have any effect?
Yes. The paper itself is cleaned up and looks very nice and bright, as though it was just freshly produced. However, words are still missing, as mending cannot restore what was originally lost writing-wise.
Yeah, that works.
But I mean, the majority of what story of interest is still there.
And the paper isn't going to fall asleep or fall apart if we sneeze on it now.
Yep.
Right, perfect. Thank you, Reverend.
So this one's with demons. Anywho,
presumably.
never trust them.
That's your
I
warehouse.
mean, yeah. But I would like to try something, and then she gives her sash over to Andros, and she kind of whips around her bow. Okay, I'm not gonna like this, but
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you
she's
doing?
gonna close her eyes and focus on trying to summon a reservoir.
So at this point,
Oh,
can we
no.
say that
Oh,
Marani and Zidane and Shinari are like starting to arrive just as she's doing this?
oh
Yep.
yes, please.
Sure.
Evie, what
Zidane
are you
is still
doing?
trying to he's still trying to flick the poison off of his hand.
Zidane, stop it! Wash your hands,
Evan,
for God's
as
sake!
you are focusing on your bow, trying to draw out the last of the shade of Arestamore, you see
Mhm.
one last trickle of blood kind of gets like seemingly seep out of the wood of your bow, kind of coalescing and forming a droplet that strikes the ground. At first, there's nothing, and slowly a dull, wispy form seems to take shape in front of you. Small, kind of like staring at a half-sized Arestamore. And he looks up at each of you in turn and just glares at you, Evian. What more for my slumber do you want?
Right,
Some answers.
can we do this in a building? There's literally one right there. Is this wise to be doing out on the street?
She looks around, and just like, basically turns into the little alleyway between the river, kind of like sinking further into the underneath the bridge.
Okay.
Just the little shadows of the bridge, just hunkering
Arestamore
underneath
is
that.
forcefully dragged along by being bound currently to the bow. He just
I'm
seems
not
to
with
glide,
him.
basically, but of no
Leaving.
will of his own.
Reverend, we might need you.
Oh, nope, not going to be involved in a summoning ritual in the middle of the town. I'm good.
I would also agree this is a terrible idea.
Well, if you
No.
want answers, we can get some. And time is short if you want
And I'm-
answers.
Also, I don't think most of us care about what your opinion is, but... Right. Somebody make a perimeter. Fuck. I'm gonna go talk to the thing.
Meanwhile, Arestamore is just rolling his eyes and You see him just take a seat, like kind of fluff out his ghostly robes of what he was wearing and take a seat, still floating.
Right, as much as I don't want to talk to you, nor do you want to talk with me, we need to have a little chat. I don't know if you recall anything about a little girl named Ulrid and the whole, let's just say, a very unpromising pact of trying to seal away the void?
Ulred. And he kind of looks around and kind of scratches at his cheek. Ah. Perchance that little girl from ages ago. What interest is she to you?
Let's just say we're trying to finish what or you and your friends tried to do. Because with how everything got a little shaken, the void is now pressing through the barriers, and with how you mentioned how everything has been faked, well, let's just say we're trying to make it real and seal back what you have brought forward.
At this, he just, after glaring at Andros, turns back to you and just you see him crack out and just give this hysterical laugh. Little girl, you have no idea what I was trying to do then, do you?
You were trying to find the woman that you most likely cared for, and then apparently did not work in your favor. And that's why you went a little hysterical with your rage, trying to resummon her back and try to kill the rest of us, isn't that right? But
His
then again,
glee is
that
dampened a bit. As he scowls at you.
so answer.
Did not fail. I promised I would save her.
So what happened to her?
Already.
As he says, I promised I would save her. Andros, so what happened to her? Last we saw of her, she was not what I call amicable, and definitely not on your side.
They promised to free her if I took her place. And so I did. And from the sound of it, it sounds like everything is still going according to the plan. I may not be there, but I will make good my promise. This I can assure to you.
Evan just looks over to Andros for a second before looking back to Restamore. Right. Well, I'm sure that you are wanting to fulfill your promise to bring back the woman that you love. But unlike what you have done to me, you can't bring back the loved ones that are now lost and forgotten. So, what we're trying to do is hopefully finish this seal that was supposedly focused on this little girl that came into this whole situation with Grimlock, but our question still lies. What exactly went wrong?
What?
Having just spoken with Grimlock, um, the void apparently came into what fruition? She looks over to Andros a little questioningly. Um, but then again, this whole chasing down ghosts and trying to handle this whole situation has been quite bothersome. Um,
Andros just points up at the mountain. What do you know about all this? Were you even here, or was this all Grimlock and his, I don't know, foolhardy compassion? Or you can sit there and brood. I mean, it's your choice. You're actually dead. I don't know if it's the second time you've died, but
And what, pray tell, do I have any reason to answer you any longer?
you don't really.
there's a possibility that we could save Shara, and then you can be reunited again in the
No,
afterlife.
he's
Who
definitely
knows?
going to stay dead. I don't know what you're promising.
No,
I'd
and
like him
just
to stay
saying in
dead.
the afterlife, being in the forgotten, the unknown, just two lovers embracing in this
You would wanted that,
pure
you would have helped me
sunlight.
from the beginning like I asked. Instead, you
By
dropped a
dying?
chandelier on me.
Yeah, you kind of didn't give us much of a choice.
Yeah, you
We walked
literally
in, you
tried to
said,
kill
hey,
us.
help me by dying. And I'm a little attached to this. You already took one of me away. Which,
And you
by the way,
also took
what the
someone
fuck?
dear to me. So, yeah, really, what the fuck? Doesn't really help with the
Doesn't.
situation that you were asking for help and then you wanted to kill us, by all means. But yeah, continue if you have.
You are all figments of a false existence. I have seen the truth. And I knew what I had to do. I made that promise, that wish that day. I don't know how you saw it, or how you know of it, or by that fool Morden, or Grimlock. No matter. It will all be coming soon. I will have fulfilled my promise.
She basically looks over to Andros and be like, well, he's not very helpful, is he?
What did you expect? We did kill him
Well,
after he tried to kill us twice.
point taken. She basically kind of like spins her bow a little bit before kind of like lowering it slowly into the water just to see what happens. Um, but she catches herself before looking back down at the ghostly apparition of Erasmore. So you still won't give us an answer that we're looking for, or give us any guidance, but even if we were to find your love again, apparently it doesn't really. Apparently that's not going to work for you, is it? You're so focused on trying to ruin what is now, or whatever
Are you
promise you made.
daft, child?
You're daft.
Andros just holds up a
Don't
hand.
you
to
feel it?
Evian.
Don't you feel the bonds around you weakening? She has found a way back. I took her place. She'll be free once more.
She basically just silences him and dunks her bow into the water.
He evaporates.
Hmm.
You can just hear as his spirit kind of trails off, just the faint laughing of Orestamore.
Andros then walks immediately to get right in Evian's face and kind of grabs her by the chin. Lass, what the fuck are you thinking? Doing that right in the middle of the street? We've got a paper talking about somebody we're trying to save who cavorts with demons, and you just summon that idiot right here? Fuck.
I'm just trying to find answers, Enderos. I don't care what happens to me.
Well, we weren't going to get it fucking from him. Look, I know he hurt you, right? He killed, what was it, your grandpa? Your father? I don't remember. I get it, but
Yeah.
let him go. He's nothing, he's dead. And we've got to keep moving forward, whether it's into whatever shithole we're in now, but look. I think it's time to go.
Right. I suppose.
She kind of takes his hand off her chin, pats her on the shoulder. Yeah. Let's go cave diving.
Sure. She just basically puts the bow back onto her back and takes her sash, gives him the pamphlet, and lets him go off. Kind of like thinking to herself a little bit before just shaking her head.
Father, Father Dwarf Crumreg, right?
Jeez. I think, yeah.
Would you like to go back to the keep? I know we've got business still there, and let's just say I think us standing around here is just going to stay in the way of all the other dwarves hustling and bustling around.
Very true. Are we done summoning spirits?
I certainly hope so.
Okay. So then, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm bushed. You can
Yes.
use a long rest.
A long rest.
Long rest.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to having sleeping back in the keep. At least those beds are nice.
Yeah, if we think we're not going to be held prisoner again there, but seems like a good idea. Yeah.
I think we're pretty on at least decent terms with our host.
I assume we could just as easily find a bed here, but
That's up to you. I don't care. What do you think, Thamor? Where should we sleep?
Obviously, the castle.
oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Obviously.
Right.
Follow the man with 6 halberds.
Like 2 in the Hikari hook.
Sorry, it looked like more. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Right.
You guys are heading
Mount
back
up, y'all.
towards the keep.
Yeah.
As you're leaving as well.
Ruh-roh.
Hmm?
Said ruh-roh.
No,
As you're leaving is usually a signal. You stop. My board
Dwarves attack!
They say you can't leave. 6 of you turn to stone.
no, yes.
Leaving Alton to go
The rest of
on.
work comes back.
Don't
Let's fight
remind
round 2. No, as you're leaving, you hear one of the dwarves cry, like kind of call out from behind you. Father, it's Barrington.
Yes.
Are you heading back to the keep already?
Well, we need some rest. I'll be honest, and I think the rest of this group here still has some unanswered questions that we may be able to gather there. So we're heading back to the keep.
When do you want us to meet you there?
I'm tempted to say you will know, but honestly, I think. No, I don't have sending. Does anybody in the party have a sending spell?
No.
We have an Earth Lord that can control vast swaths of Earth.
I don't know that he's gonna do that.
I can wing a sending spell.
You
but
can
it's
what?
probably-
Oh yeah, the message illusory script.
Oh, I was thinking of magic. Hurt myself with void power thing.
I
You have a sacrificial spell?
Why
And
don't
then-
we not?
magic mouth
Well,
appears on one of the dwarves' forehead.
But yes, we also do have illusory script.
Now.
Okay. So, I think we're gonna come back after we dive in this dungeon. What do you guys think?
Sure.
We'll wait before we reunite the crown.
If
Come back,
nothing
guys.
else, we can send one of the Stone Guardian people back.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have instant travel.
I'm reluctant to rely upon, his minions. I don't know. I think that, boy, if we had a way of contacting you, we would do it, and that would be the best. But if we don't, then it's, what do we think?
Just
Like,
cocks his
if
head,
we
you
don't
all
show
are
up in a
huddled there,
day,
apparently.
if we don't show up in a day or maybe 2 days, just go, just like storm the castle and see what you find, or I don't know. I'm looking at my partner here, Absinthoth in dwarf form. What do we think, brother?
Give us 2 days. If we do not show up in 2 days, we would most certainly be dead.
But at least come look for us. I mean,
Are you saying this to Barrington, or are you just all huddling, talking amongst yourself? Because
boy, that's a great question.
I was thinking that was out loud in public.
That last part was probably out
he's
loud.
very confused if you're randomly huddling. B, Absinthoth, Absinthoth, you don't know Dwarvish.
No, this is
Yeah.
broken
You just said that out loud in
common.
English. You're going to confuse the living hell out of Barrington.
So let's assume that he says it to me, and we're conversing amongst ourselves, hoping to be out of earshot of Barrington.
Mhm.
Is that okay, Salty?
Yeah. Just double check.
Okay. Okay, and then I'll turn back to Barrington and say, look, I think if we're not back in 2 days, bring the horde. Assume that we need rescuing or worse. But I fully expect us to be back within 2 days,
Okay,
and
if you
then
say
we
so.
shall make a plan to either utilize the forces we have at the time, or we will come back with news of success.
If you say so, Father.
Do you, I feel like I should ask right now, actually. I was thinking about this and I forgot to ask it before. Um, who would you say that there was a strongest fighter or cleric or magic user, from the overworld amongst the group? Are there any that we would potentially take with us for protection?
Okay, well, I have two different answers for that. The strongest fighter would be, the Smith, but I don't think he's going to be able to forego his duties.
Yes, that's a good idea to keep him here working. I agree.
He's the one with real combat experience, and they say he used to fight on the outside the city. We don't know that. Apart from him, I don't know. We don't really haven't gotten into many fights. Maybe myself or one of my comrades, Gazul or Durn. I'm pretty handy with an axe, and Gazul knows a little bit of magics.
Gazoon is a dwarf?
Gazul and Durn. The two that he was sitting with when you,
And they know magic?
Gazul does. Or that's what he's saying.
Oh. Fairly odd.
Hmm.
I haven't heard of too many brothers that are actually able to manifest magic. Right? Am I going crazy? Is D&D that way? Wait a minute. I thought dwarves couldn't use magic.
That is.
I thought they could use clerical spells.
They're established in any form or fashion, to my knowledge.
My bad. Okay.
You're weaving like Dragon Age into D&D.
As I say, you just met a dwarf who was a stone druid. Grimlock was also a druid. You are portraying a cleric that you've met 3 of.
Point taken.
As far as arcane, maybe you haven't seen as many arcane druids, but there's nothing saying they can't be druids.
Gotcha. My bad. Any more examples you'd care to bring up?
Let me think. No, just kidding.
Okay. Well, if everybody that you just mentioned is, as I kind of as I've seen, are very involved in the preparations that the town is making, then no. Let's. We've gathered this group of topsiders, as well as my brother here, and we'll venture back. And again, if we're not back in 2 days' time, then things have gone south. And now somebody is channeling a radio.
He just kind of gives you a bit of a quizzical look and just scratches his beard a bit. Okay, I'll do my best.
Thank you.
All right then. Safe travels, and hopefully we see you before the 2 days.
I hope so as well.
He just gives you a curt nod and then resumes heads back into the city to start kind of overseeing more of the preparations.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys all make your way back to the main castle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Waltz right into the throne room.
That's right. Yeah, as you kind of pass through the desolate streets and everything, you're not hindered. And as you get closer and closer to the castle, suddenly the stone dwarves almost seem to appear just next to you, just kind of emerging from the stone to walk alongside you until you get to the castle keep proper, where they extend the bridge again and bring you back to the throne room. Which everyone's already kind of on here, but since I imagine we'll be going down anyway. Yeah. Back in the throne room, Grumbar is once again just I mean, literally just kind of chilling on his throne. Or, well, on a throne.
Right, we're back, Stony.
Oh no. I forgot about that.
You better watch your tongue, lad. If you're still
So-
itching to be my host, it won't do much if I smash it up jelly beforehand.
Alton does his best to stay outside of the local area of Andros so that he doesn't get like splash damage turned to stone.
Andros just shrugs. He's like, "There's been a lot of people to tell me to watch my tongue. Hasn't really worked yet. But you're willing. If you're definitely welcome to try.
Andros, stop antagonizing him. For
Lord-
God's
I'm
sake.
not. I'm
Lord
making friendly antagonistic bonds. It's part of
Lord
building a
Grimbar.
friendship.
Lord Grunbark, did you indicate that there was some sort of keep or something where we might find additional artifacts and/or weapons that we might be able to use in the coming fight?
Grumbar is twirling his hammer in his hands, looking very contemplative between it and Andros, before being kind of dispelled from this by looking up at you with a question.
I'm doing my very best to distract him from the fact that Andros is even talking.
Aye, the old keep lies beneath. I brought up this one to have a much nicer place, I suppose. I sealed it away though, and not sure what became of it after that day.
Okay.
You may find some things of use down there.
Well, we could hope. 2 questions before we delve. One, where exactly do you believe the third piece of the artifact is? Is it?
He literally points right above him, behind in his throne, a glowing
That's so.
stone
Okay.
of sorts, kind of emanate right here.
That answers that. Second, the day that you were summoned, do you have any knowledge of the ritual that was used to do so?
Like I said, I had no idea the magic's behind it. He had mentioned he had learned it from a friend from years ago to do something similar. It
Friend.
was nothing I had ever seen before.
Interesting. And then, how long would you say it has been since that day?
He looks down at his hand and counts on his fingers. That sounds like a third question, lad.
That's true.
How long? Tell you truthfully, lad, I don't know. Passage of time is not something I keep track of.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we both have trouble counting. Okay, where's the door? We should leave. Somewhere.
Mortal. And as you kind of walk past me, you remember mortals involved with these. I should crush them all.
Oh boy, we're gonna die.
But as you kind of,
somewhere.
as he's muttering, he turns and he taps his hammer against the ground, and the stone door that was behind him that I'd mentioned earlier. You hear it. You hear the sound of it shuddering, stone coming loose from a long time of not moving and then sliding downward, revealing the dark staircase leading below.
Well, no time like the present. Oh, wait a minute. We were going to take a long rest.
Yeah, Thamore's just watching Alton walk down the stairs. He's going to the beds.
No. Yeah. Well, it's good to know where that is. we need to recover a bit before we can traverse the depths.
Then why did I open the...
Well,
He's an
After I
idiot.
smashed the balloon, you're next, little one.
oh, no.
Oh dear.
No.
Andros is just standing there with just a big old grin on his face.
the imposition we made, asking if he can count and if he can open a door.
Well, if anything, we could rest in the front of the entrance and then see what might be attracted to.
Like
up.
beds.
He just
bed
kind of
that.
sees you wandering down the hall and goes, sure, just, take the beds. It's not like I'm having guests or anything.
Are you?
Of course not.
Well, then, taking a bed.
Antagonizing the equivalent of a
Yes.
god is our specialty.
He's
I would
just
like-
walking into stuff at this point. It's like I'm barely
Yes,
saying anything and he's getting mad.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you're basically just treating him like an old chum of a literal, deity of the earth and plane who has to put on the pretense of a king, and you're just going, yeah, we're just gonna sleep in your bed, and hey, buddy, by the way, just open the door. Okay, awesome. I'm going to bed now. Like, he's just like,
Yes, we're very stupid, or at least I am.
well, not so much just that, just. I think you've more just thrown him for a loop more than anything else. Like, the last interactions he's had with mortals, to an extent, beyond the stone ones in his keep, has been the guy that betrayed him. So,
I mean, his attitude throughout the entire conversation, though, has been, I don't care about you or this place at all.
No.
I mean, that's literally his attitude towards the place and everyone.
Well, then
he doesn't care.
he's not going to be very conducive to, like, friendly discussion, then. It's going to be, can we
just don't
please
know
get
how
this
to-
from you? I mean, I don't know.
You just don't know how to, massage his ego.
Yeah, give that a shot.
Andros just like leans over his shoulder and gives Absinthoth a sidelong glance. Right. Anyway, Grumbar, they're tired. They need a nap or something. So, you mind if we crash here and we're gonna go visit the Under Kingdom in the morning.
He just takes a seat back on his throne. I don't suppose I have much of a choice, seeing as two of your friends already made their way down. All
Not
right,
really.
Here.
you take your rooms. Guards won't bug you.
And just kind of gives a glance to Alton, disappearing down the hallway, and turns back to Grumbar. Look, I mean, I'm not that bad compared to him, right?
No, you're still the first one I'm going to smash.
Great.
Wheels
See-
under the bus go thump thump thump.
This
thump, thump,
this is
thump.
what I'm looking for. You, me, this little chummy banter. It's great. I like it.
Everyone likes that kind of banter, Andros.
No, lad.
Get out of
not
here,
many
shoo
people
shoo.
will be proud that they got the equivalent of moving a mountain into action. Except when the mountain you're getting to move to action is making an action to crush you.
Man,
Just saying, lad.
I think you'll eventually come to like me, Grumbar. You and I think we're going to get along swimmingly.
Yeah. Let's hope not.
Say more.
Swimmingly.
Yes. You're catching on. Right, I thought you guys were all going to sleep. Why are you all standing next to me? Shoo, go.
They do this. Taymor's gonna pick up Andros.
No, what the? Hey!
Yes!
Oi!
What?
Taymor's picking up Andros. Make sure he doesn't get crushed before we get down to the dungeon.
No, puppy! Say! Fuck! Say more!
Thank you, tall one.
Say more!
Way is our room. Rooms are.
So, point of order, isn't Thaymor still slowly turning into a statue?
Yeah. Every step
Gentrification
now
has
sounds like
progressed.
stone.
It hasn't progressed. It's not like a disease.
Okay.
He's still suffering from the effects of it. He hasn't really talked to Grumbar about reversing it at all or anything, but nor has it really progressed. It's kind of been just stuck in the same state from when he first, got
You
it.
just have some
upon
extra
him.
armor, see? Just have some extra armor in some places.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, your abs are
That
already
works.
rock hard.
But
Okay,
so you
let-
drag off.
Word abs.
You drag off Andros.
Is this
Not
like a
drag,
fireman
just
carry?
underarm. No, just underarm.
Just under. But where are you going?
Wherever the beds are. Where are they?
They're the
These
hallways to the
doorways.
sides.
These. Oh, those are hallways.
Yeah, those
They
all
are for my intents and purposes.
The priests got their own little wing over here, and then we have we were
You have the
down.
West Wing.
Yeah,
Andros just gives in eventually and just kind of dangles there. His toes kind of dragging on the stone.
yep. Zidan follows behind with Shinari trailing, and goes back to the room that he had gotten before.
Are you all going back to your rooms, or is anyone staying behind to torment my poor Groombar anymore? Or
I am staying behind to offer an apology for their insolence.
This shouldn't. This won't. This can only go well.
is that, or what are you saying to him?
I'm sorry for their insolence and rudeness to your plight. They shouldn't be speaking to you that way.
You're right, lad. I should have a little more respect for what I am, but he kind of just stares down the hallway where he came from. In all honesty, you guys remind me a lot. That folk Grimlock's old friends. I'm not saying I'm liking you or anything.
Understandable.
It's good to have some company after all these years.
Wearing him down.
Once all this is done,
River over a stone.
once all this is
I
done,
heard that I'm going to crush. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but you can hear it through the fourth wall.
You just you hear the pounding of footsteps as he chases you.
All right, where's Golden Wind? We need Golden
Abel,
Wind playing.
run!
Where's the closest one now? I'm tossing him out.
Lava moat window.
After this is all done, and once you've crushed those two, what do you plan on doing? Assuming it all goes well.
I don't know, lad. That watery fool wants to seriously try to host two planes. Well, can't say I'm not a little curious. Don't know what'll happen if I just go back. I don't know if the Earth and plane can survive without a bridge. So, perhaps better the idiot I choose versus the idiot I don't know.
A stunning Yelp review.
Anything else you want to discuss? Or should I also retreat to the quarters?
I don't know, you're the one who came to me, lad.
Oh my
Understandable, Your Majesty. He's gonna walk on out to the beds.
Four-dimensional chest right now.
I'm telling you, Andros is not. You guys are only making me look better in all this light.
It's totally not 4D chess though. It's like checkers with
What,
like
that
3
cup?
pieces. There's only one response he ever gives to anything, which is I don't care. It's like he's probably
Either way,
gonna kill
rest
us, and I
time.
don't care.
We're taking a rest. Go sleep.
Wait, is this subtle foreshadowing? He's actually void magic this entire time because the void doesn't care?
No, he's a rock. Rocks exist. They care neither one way or the other.
So the
Because
rock
they
is
are
sleeping.
Got it.
Sleeping.
This is ants.
So remember, everyone, to swap out the spells if you're that kind of caster.
Oh yeah, thanks.
To be fair, Groombar does care about some things, but he is the lord of a plane that literally, from its entirety, is a unmoving plane. But he has, I mean, he's been basically imprisoned in a role he does not want to be in for who knows how long. So
He cares about
Okay,
Andrew.
it's just like real life.
yeah,
Okay,
he's
full
working the
health
9 to 5
point.
as a king.
May I speak with him?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, so like as everything kind of like lingers behind, watching everyone leave before slowly approaching. Um, forgot his name already. It's Grimlock, right?
Grimlock.
That's
Thank
the
you,
name of
thank
the
you.
form he's in. His name is Groombar.
Groombar, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's,
She basically just lingers until everyone's gone, and then kind of like sheepishly goes up to him. She's like, "May I borrow your ear for a moment? I feel a little lost. I don't know."
aye.
And then she'll just kind of like sit at the bottom of the throne stairs and you know, with how everything is, I understand that you're infuriated and stuck in that form. And trying to help out your situation and trying to figure out things on my own end. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, and trying to help out my friends is either making them mad or they get pissed off. I know you probably won't have an answer or anything, but you ever feel like you ever lost your purpose? I mean, all I've known was before I met all these people is that I was a soldier. I was pretty much taking orders, doing what I had to do, killing people. And now with everything, even with how it is today, I still have no real purpose. I mean, of course, being making a I guess a pact with the Fey realm, it's all still new to me and I have no clue.
Well, lass, far be it from me to say, but it seems like so far you've always acted on assuming your purpose was following the purpose of somebody else. What do you want to do?
To be frankly,
Do
I
you
don't
want
know.
to serve the Fae? Do you want to, I don't know, adventure? What do you want?
I mean, I want to help people. I have no idea if making a pact with a Fae would help me in that situation. And she's kind of like brushing at her face a little bit.
Have you tried discussing this with the Fae? There are, a few. Well, I am no fan of a lot of them. Tricksy, wily, floaty bunch, but there are some good ones.
From the lady that I met, she seemed like a good one. She gave me the last memory of my father before he was killed. Kind of acted on a whim there, just representing the Fae. And she kind of like not able to hold back her tears anymore, and just sits there, kind of silent. I know, here I am crying myself. um, I just I want to help people. I do. I just don't know if the way that I'm going at it is the right.
Well, I mean, you are trying to stop avoid apocalypse of sorts. That helps people, I think. But it will.
I mean, yeah, but and then having to be a descendant of one of the people that you may have known, Baylord, one of the elves, um, who was a representative of the Fae and I guess the demons as well. I I don't know if I'm following old shadows, but I guess it doesn't help. Tears don't really help with the situation, does it? It just I don't.
Alas, I. He kind of like he just sets his hammer down and comes down from the throne and sits on the stairs, bit uncomfortably, but does so. Uh, you mortals are an interesting lot. I know my purpose, but my purpose is literally set in stone. I am the Lord of Earth. But even I cannot predict fate. I could not predict this. So, if there is something about your path, your fate, your destiny that you're trying to change, have you tried, well, asking those of the Fae, or asking anyone how you can help or accomplish what you want? Have you tried finding what you want to do? If you want to help people, how do you want to go about it? Are you help through fighting, help through being a giver, a carer? I don't.
I mean, I'm. I want to take out the evil. I guess evil comes in many forms, but asking the druid that I talked to, or not dryad, not dryad. That's what she was. No, I haven't really spoken about it. It's just been welling up inside. I don't know. I just, I'm still, I was trained as a soldier and I thought it would continue, and here I am. Trying to find my way, I guess. I guess I should be talking with the Fae and not disturb you, or. And I do wish that you know, don't have to be packed to stay in this form and everything. I'm sure it's uncomfortable being in a plushy. Kind of pokes at his arm a little bit. Yeah,
It
well,
definitely is very uncomfortable. I'm not used to this. He seems stroking his beard again. Weird facial growth stuff. Hair.
since you're mostly, I'm guessing, stone or dirt, I really don't know. I mean, I am not familiar with the different lords and or gods or goddesses, so but anyway, I
You see him like kind of go into a bit of a contemplative or pensive look. Just strokes his beard. Look, lass. If you can think of a purpose, something you're aiming for or something you want to do, I can try to help. If you're related to that, I call him a fool, but he definitely had some kind of talent to have two packs. Perhaps the run in your veins to do it too.
I mean, who knows? I mean, didn't you already make a pact with the, well, what you call the blue one?
If I don't crush him first. And besides, I have my connections amongst the planes as well. The Earth is present in a lot of places. We are one of the oldest planes.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but I don't know if you want to be tied to anyone again. I mean, I'm sure you want to go back to who you are. And that I have no idea if I'm ready for something. Of taking another path that I'm blindly walking into.
I didn't say you were going to blindly walk into one. That's why I said if you can think of a purpose that you want to strive for, or think of what it is you think you're lacking or need help or want to do. Perhaps myself or another plane can help. Or perhaps your friends can. Could always ask them as well. They seem like a mostly good lot.
Mostly is the word.
Mostly.
Well, I appreciate the talk, Grimbar. Really do. I'll think about it.
Hey. Go get some rest, lass. It's
been a long day, huh?
It's been a long day, and I imagine if you and your fellows are going down into the old keep tomorrow, you'll need your strength. Things are, yeah, there are things moving down there that haven't felt a move in some time.
She kind of nods her head to that. Well, I hope you don't get too mad if we kill whatever that's down there that may be proved dangerous to us. Just
If they were part of Dunmorok, they would be stone. So, whatever's down there.
Well, I hope we can resolve this issue, the danger that's coming, and hopefully return you to your home. And she'll stand up and give a little smile to him before making her way to her.
Well, and before you go too far off, he kind of hear him like kind of grumble to himself and goes, last one more thing.
Turns.
You see him like kind of, he walks over to part of the wall, like where, not the wall, part of his throne. And you see him break a piece of it off, crushing it in his hand. And he walks back over to you and hands you this brightly glowing gem. Like he's compressed the stone, like the very stone of his throne into this brilliant gemstone. Here.
She blinks and then looks back at the throne and then back at what's in her hand. I don't understand. I thought you didn't want to give this to us.
It's not the stone from the center.
Oh, never mind.
It's no,
Sorry.
it's a piece of the throne itself.
Oh, okay.
Just take it. You'll understand.
Well, thank you. And she'll just hold it close to her chest and make her way towards her bedroom, one of the bedrooms.
Roll me a perception check real quick.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay. So as you're walking down the hole in the stone, it's very, very faint at first, and you swear it's kind of an odd, but you swear you can actually feel through the stone itself where Andros and Zidane are as you're walking past their rooms in their room.
Huh.
So she spots Andros and...
No. You feel them,
Oh.
you feel them as though through vibration.
Interesting. Okay. She'll just continue playing with it and before just going behind her, going into the room that she was in and noticing the piles on the floor of her previous endeavors and just groans and just goes over to the bed and just slumps in it, kind of like not really quite sleeping, just playing with it, thinking over some thoughts before drifting to sleep.
All right. Anybody else?
No, I'm good. I was going to meet Evian in the hallway, but this is fine.
Oh, I mean, I can
No,
rewind
no,
time.
no,
We can
no.
rewind time.
Long rest. Let's move on.
Long rest.
We'll
Let's
move
go.
on. Okay.
Okay. So you guys have your long rest, restore your hit points if you have spells to swap, etc., etc., etc. Absinthos, your dreams are very unnerving.
I'm in danger. Let's go.
In regards to the prior, message from before, kind of just almost a dreamless sleep, black with just kind of that voice ringing out saying that same line every so often.
I'm gonna look so trash in the morning.
Huh?
I would hate prestidigitation ain't gonna cover the bags in my eyes.
But everybody else, you have an uninterrupted sleep. So, as the next day rolls about,
Andros wakes up pretty much as early as he can, and is going to be waiting for everyone in the throne room. Is Groombar there?
Yeah, Groombar is there.
Morning, Stony.
Oh no.
He just grunts.
Yeah, Andros just sits down on one of the stairs leading up to his throne. Just kind of leans back. Just kind of sitting there. Oh, right. I had a question for you.
He seems
That's how I started yesterday. You're just gonna piss him off more.
pinching the bridge of his nose. All right, first thing in the morning, we're starting off. All right, what can I do for you, lad?
Just holds up the hand, like holds up the hand with the sapphire ring on it. Any idea what this is? I can't get it off.
Are we here to hear this? This is interesting.
If somebody woke up early, you could probably be there.
I guess so. I don't know. Do I like roll
Marani would
through how
probably be
early I
up
get
early enough that she would be down there or making her way.
Yeah.
Me too. Remember where I wrote that down.
I think with Zidan too. Gotta let the dog out.
Nice.
Marani walks in and sees Andros sitting in front of Groombar and just rolls her eyes and goes, Andros, are you antagonizing him again?
Oh no.
No, we're having a friendly discussion.
Your idea of friendly is vastly different from mine, I think.
What? Are we not friends?
I mean, yes, but you don't make a habit of antagonizing me on purpose, at least not that I've noticed.
I don't understand you guys. This is just me making friends.
You're trying to convince him to use you as an avatar, and you keep trying to piss him off.
And
I would think you would want to get along with the person that's literally going to be living inside your body.
And
you are utterly impossible.
And
this is the part where we actually think about how long our characters have known one another in universe, and it's like 4 days.
Yeah.
It's been longer than that.
I think it's about a month. I think we put
a month.
We probably know.
Right.
I think it's been a month since
really?
we've started traveling together. We probably knew each other.
How many long rests have we taken? I'd guess less than 7.
We were on a boat for a while. I don't know how long we were on a boat.
You spent a decent amount of time like camping like outside of Galaran when you went to the two. Because you were in Tilbrook and you were in.
We did go on foot or on horseback to all the different little villages. So
yeah, because there's 3 villages. You went to 3 villages because the one you started at. You came from Galaran. There's the one where you met the dwarf, like the quarry village, and there's the one you met with the kobolds, and the mining village.
I'm happy to misremember.
And then there was Chaos with Malaeus.
Can't forget Ploink.
That's why I said Malaeus was Ploink.
Oh, right.
Where did I put the... When did we go over that ring? Because I'm gonna look my.
So we got it from the undead captain back on the Widow's Kiss when we killed all the undead. It was with Andros for a while, and he put it on in Hilgrid's bar 2 days ago. No, 2 rests ago.
And it won't come off?
The first rest we had in his quarters or in the keep here. I tried to get it off and couldn't.
Yep, found it. And then you put it on in Hilgrid's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's, as Marani's scolding him for being insufferable. He's still got a hand up, kind of like trying to show it to Groombar.
He just kind of quizzically gives it a look. It looks like a ring, lad.
Oh, I thought you can see magic.
I can see that it's magical. I can't appraise what kind of magic it is.
Really?
I'm not the Mister and or weave.
Some god you are. Pulls it up and stands up.
His hammer.
Andros doesn't even see this, stands up, kind of brushes himself off. Right, everyone here.
I guess
Looks
so.
around.
I don't know.
Is everyone here?
believe so.
I'm gonna say Evan will be the last one to come out.
Absinthe be second to last when you're asking for that call.
I imagine. Are you both coming out in the dwarf, like burning your transformation of your dwarf? Or are you coming out as Alton and?
You know, it's been such a bad night. I'm not even transforming.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll. So if you do that, so my transformation is just through the ring, so I don't have to burn a slot. But if you're gonna go back to your old,
Human form.
maybe I'll precede you in here, just to make sure. Your Majesty, I think both myself and my friend here were in disguise, right? This has not come as a surprise to you, right?
No, I assumed as much.
Okay.
I think when you came out of the book, you were out of disguise as well.
Right.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I remember that. Anyway, so apologies for last night for thinking that we were going to leave. We do very much appreciate at least appreciate having a bed to sleep in. Thank you.
It's the least I can do if you're actually able to help me finally end this.
That's an excellent point. And the shit-eating grin. What are you up to today?
I'm sorry?
I said, what do you have planned today, if I may be so bold?
Maintaining the enchantment on this city.
So that requires you to sit here and just concentrate, yes?
It requires me to stay within the walls of my castle. Well, my body.
Okay. So you wouldn't be able to maybe, come with us?
Down to the old keep? No.
Sure. No, okay. Well, it was worth a shot. Very powerful, after all.
Hey, that I am.
You see Andros's face just like being really annoyed with how toady this is all being.
See, Andros, you can learn a thing or two about.
Aye, lad. See, this is respect.
You like this?
It doesn't matter if I like it. Well, it only matters if I don't like it.
Do you not like it?
I am okay with it.
Right.
Shall we go?
It's making me literally vomit in my mouth.
Well, going
Aye,
on.
lad. And he looks over to Alton. Keep going.
Andros, shut up.
No? I don't care what you think. Come on.
Yes, as you see, Absinthe's face does not look very appealing.
What? Did you not sleep well? Was the bed too hard for you?
Well, are in the same vein.
Nothing with the bed.
Getting close to leaving you behind. This is, yeah.
Sounds good.
No, please take him with you.
No, it's debatable.
God damn it.
Andros spins on his heels and... All right, let's go.
Oh, thank Morton. I mean...
Andros tilts ahead at that one and just like... Right.
Be back soon, Grumba.
Aye.
So,
Take care of
in
them.
the same vein as my friend Alton said, is there perhaps some way that you could watch us as we go down, or impart one of the stone soldiers to just keep tabs on us as we progress downwards?
I try looking through the stone to see if I can keep an eye, but the magics down there are unstable, to say the best.
Seymour, you should be right at home.
Whatever happened with the void all those years ago hit that place the hardest.
Your Majesty, I forgot. I do have one more thing to tell you. You're keeping tabs on the outer city, right?
I know about you. Well,
okay.
Group of sorts, but if they wish to come and fight off whatever is here, I'm not going to stop them.
Oh, good. But I just wanted to make sure that you knew that we, that I wanted to make sure that you knew that we at least tried to tell them that you weren't the threat. Anyway,
just
if you already know, then I'll take my leave. Well, you do have quite the penchant for that, yes, and I will take my leave.
No, lad, you don't know. If any of them are original inhabitants of Dunmorok, they will turn to stone.
Upon doing what?
Stepping foot into the kingdom.
I see.
Such as the enchantment I have on this place.
That would be a great thing to tell them.
Of Dunmorok.
That would be a great thing to tell them.
Oh
boy. I have a request that I humbly beseech you. Would you mind terribly sending one of your guards to inform them of that? Because we told them that if we weren't returned in 2 days, that they should come looking for us, and that would be a very bad idea for them, at least as far as their mobility is concerned.
I'll send out a few of the guards to try and convey that info to them.
Well, you know, I trust you.
You better hope this works.
I think we all hope this works.
I don't think the stone golems can talk, can they?
They talked to us and they came
They
about
talked to
us.
you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not very, well.
It's a little
they basically
terrifying.
Shout.
Well, we could write a note and have them take it, I suppose.
Just tape it to their
They can take the other note too.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's true.
No.
We'll talk about that another time when we come back.
Did any of us find that note?
No.
Grimbar's gotta be just.
Well, let's stay within 10 feet of the paladin. Come on, let's go.
He's just gotta be beside himself. All right. Thank you, Your Majesty.
No, I'm inside myself, lad. Did you not see my castle?
Jesus. I mean, Millil.
Andros purses his lips. Look. Oh, Stony, you've got a sense of humor.
Marani just walks
It's
up to
been too long in
Andros.
his mortal body.
Marani just walks up to Andros and gives him a little shove, like, "Come on, let's go. We're done."
Grab him by the horn.
I've been waiting. You're all taking far too. All right, we'll be back. Bye.
Fine.
Don't miss me too much.
He taps his hammer on the ground, and again the door slides open.
Thank you.
Wait, Grunbar, wait, guys, go, Grunbar.
He slams his hammer, and the door slams shut in your face.
Fuck! I really wanted to ask him a question.
Well, maybe if you were nicer.
Always ask him later.
Ah, right, let's go. Anyone got any good ghost stories?
I'm guessing it's completely dark inside this tunnel now.
Yep.
Thank goodness for double sight.
Alton, do you need the crown that you saw weirdly in the starry light?
Say that again?
The crown that was able to let you see and
and he screamed that blinded him.
Could certainly, yeah, that was fun. I think I could use it. Who else doesn't have good dark vision?
I don't,
I have
but
none.
I've got. I could cast Produce Flame. I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah, because I don't want to take it if there's somebody else that needs it. grab onto Andros's horn.
Hey, fuck. Dude, what?
Thaymor's just blind right now.
Thamor doesn't need sight to know where he's going. Thamor just...
He was just walking the stairs blindly while you guys were talking.
Yeah, I'm actually going to cast Produce Flame. Just hold a little flame in my hand. That gives us.
So marching order.
I can do dancing lights at will, but Produce Flame goes with you, right?
Yes. Yeah, I hold it.
Okay, so that's better. Yeah.
I mean, you could say the dancing lights move with us.
Is that the way? Well, okay. It doesn't matter.
I don't mind to have this up.
How far does your Produce Flame go for terms of light?
It is bright light for 10 feet and dim light for 10 feet beyond that. So 20 feet of light total.
All right. I'm going to try something better and say to Marani, here, try this. And I'm going to cast light on you.
Okay.
I was about to say, did none of you spellcasters take light as a cantrip? OP cantrip ever?
Produce Flame is what I've got.
Well, you can at least use that as a 30-foot free fireball.
It does nothing, though. That's good.
Banderos reaches into his pack and pulls out one of his torches.
Description.
because torches are a thing.
No, they take up a hand.
Gives it to Thamor.
Got a two-handed weapon, but yeah.
Keels over Skyrim style because he's also holding a halberd.
So since I'm lit up, should I be in front or?
What's the range on? What did you say you were using? Produce Flame.
Yeah,
well, I had Produce Flame, but then he cast light on me, so that's better.
So the reason that I have dancing lights though is you can cast it 120 feet away from you. So it's like very good for if we want to be stealthy.
Multiple light sources do not harm us.
We have light sources.
Push it ahead. No, I know. Yeah. I'm just saying we don't have to light ourselves.
True, and I do have total darkness and magical darkness for 120 feet, so.
I'm more just saying I think we've got enough light sources. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. The paladin would want to stress everyone being within 10 feet of him. And oh, this is interesting.
So as you descend down this long stairway down into this, into the old keep of Dunmoric, the air grows stale. I was trying to apparently shorten that into a single word.
Might even find some.
Ronnie's like, "There's ale here."
Oh, no.
Yeah, the entire air is just ale. You're just breathing in alcohol. Have fun. This is a drunk adventure. The dwarves really knew how to do things in the past. Anyway, no, but the air grows very stale down here. It's very, very, very silent. In the room that you kind of come down to, what may have been a second staircase leading down is completely caved in, filled with boulders and other signs of destruction. And directly ahead of you is a old, worn door. It seems to be kind of buckled inward towards you, as though something had tried to push through it.
That's always a good sign.
I would like to use Detect Magic, please.
Okay, are you just normal casting, or are you going to sit here for 10 minutes and try and ritual cast this?
I mean, I wouldn't mind not expending the spell slot if we just want to waste 10 minutes waiting for me to do this, but otherwise, I really don't care.
We could try investigating from the outside while you're spending that 10 minutes.
Yeah, we could do that if you're all okay with it. I'll ritual cast it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all going to sit there for 10 minutes?
Yeah, take a small breather. We've been climbing down countless flights of stairs.
It's not really countless. It's, maybe 2 stories worth of stairs.
Absolutely countless.
When waiting
From
10 minutes
more,
just requires saying you waited 10 minutes, I think we're good.
Sorry?
When waiting 10 minutes in game just requires us to say we waited 10 minutes, I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, Thamor. Well, Marani, do you feel anything?
Do I, DM?
Hold on.
This is a big map. Oh dear.
It's a dungeon crawl.
Okay. How long does it last? Or what's the range? It's 30 feet.
Up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Nope.
Nothing? Okay.
Nothing in your immediate vicinity, no.
Okay.
Right,
I'll-
Moroni, did you find the door to be an evil death trap?
Well, I don't know about it being an evil death trap, but it doesn't seem to be magical in nature.
Can we say while she was spending 10 minutes to cast the ritual, we were investigating the door? Like, physically, just looking at it, touching it, trying to figure out if it's just a door?
Would you have done that? Okay, here's my question. Would you have done that without knowing the info that she just told you of not detecting magic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
You're
running your
saying
hand
what's
over
behind
it.
the door.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Go and roll me investigation check on it for those that are trying to caress the door.
Also in that 10 minutes, Evian traded me the tiara and I gave her Elven Chain.
Okay.
And she needs to change.
Well, since all of you are glowing so brightly, because we discussed everyone trying to light, like, from having no light to all light.
She goes up the stairs.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
a
rough.
door.
These are horrible rolls. My God, what is going on?
All right, let me throw my hat in the ring here. Wait. What are we doing?
On
Investigation?
somebody.
Okay, well, you have 3 people investigating the door. I don't know if any more of you can really crowd around failing at it.
Oh, come on.
You were busy.
Wait, one more. This is going to be horrible. Watch this.
Come on.
Oh!
Yeah. Congratulations, the door.
That's totally, dude. You don't have to take this roll, Salty, at all. I just threw it in there just because it was funny. Do you have a stat block on that circlet?
I thought you were going to ask if he had a stat block on the door.
That's so nice.
Do you have a stat block on the door? We're critical role now. Doors are the enemy.
Apparently, if it takes 4 of you to investigate it.
100%. And like now there's got to be a conspiracy about this door.
Hold on, let me write a backstory to this door. Because apparently it's more interesting. All right.
Yeah.
10 minutes in a room, and sorry, let's just all crowd around the door, take turns touching it.
Well, making measurements of the thing that, that caved it in a little bit. But
I mean, yeah,
I just imagine us all walking up and just
path beyond
talking
it
about the
seems
quality.
pretty dark. I mean, with your rolls, you don't really have any ground to say quality-wise. You probably just think it's a cruddy door because it's buckled in. Or maybe, it's hard to tell.
old.
Cold. I almost don't want to take the roll, but at the same time, it's a nat 20, so it's hard for me to wait. If it was anything but a nat 20 or nat 1, I would probably...
Don't do it, dude. That's fine.
It's fine.
The circlet that I put on and made a joke about, do I get a stat block with that, or did it just... I think it gave...
All it basically does, it gives you... Because I think I mentioned this before. It gives you the effect of dark vision, but instead of like the pale, gray, kind of gray scale you get for looking at it, it looks as though the range that you would normally get is bathed in moonlight. So it's a bit brighter with a kind of more of a flare vision, like flare of how you see
altered contrast, dark vision to what would I guess the range was?
Well, it's the same range as dark vision.
Normal dark vision is 60 feet.
Yeah.
60? Okay. But okay, thank you.
So the same stat block as dark vision, like I said, just flare-ish wise, it sees as though everything was bathed in moonlight.
Okay. And then Do you need the stats on the Elven chain?
That would be nice.
I have it.
Otherwise, I just look shiny.
It's in the shared
Oh, the
thing, but
sheet.
it's also in Aurora. I'm looking for it right now. Elven chain shirt. It's
This is what you
It's a
should put in your
15.
character sheet. This is what you should put in your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a base of 13. It's got a magic bonus of 1.
Okay.
It's a medium armor type.
I thought it was a 50, or no, it's light armor.
It's higher for you because you have better dex than I do. Medium armor gets up to +2 of your dex.
I thought it was light armor.
Nope, it's a medium armor.
So technically, nothing really changed.
But you don't have disadvantage for stealth, I think. So.
Well, that's fine.
It was
Still
light
a
armor, and that's why I
breastplate
could
back
wear
in
it.
Galaran.
It's fine.
You could wear
I'll still take it.
Alton. The reason why you could wear it is because that's a special ability of Elven Chain. Is you don't have to have proficiency to be able to wear it.
Okay. So
It gives
the
you the
semantics
medium armor
are
proficiency.
Yeah.
my bad.
It's all good.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, Paymore, let's get this open.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys try to force the door open.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a strength check if that's how you're going about it.
Athletics.
Dare make me roll anything on the strength.
I mean, if you're just forcing it open, like I guess I would say pure strength, but I guess we can do athletics as well.
I got a +7 to my athletics. What's yours, Noko? Actually, you know what? It's Noko rolls versus Zerg rolls. This is both rolls separately.
That +7's really good.
Okay, I'll roll with advantage then. Whee! 15.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Are you?
That is the most Noko roll ever.
Wait, but why are you both rolling with advantage?
My rolls always come as advantage. I'm not sure why.
You have it as a
because
setting.
Oops.
Okay, well if you're rolling your own rolls, then yeah, you don't neither of you got advantage. So way more than that one would be the what was taken.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
No go.
I thought you were helping Zidane open, which would give Zidane advantage. But if you're actually doing it yourself,
Well, Thamor,
This is gonna be more
Zidane like slowly is like trying to pull it open, and Thamor on the other hand is pushing it, trying to push it the other way, thinking that's the way it's supposed to open. So you two are currently struggling at an impasse.
anyone else gonna say anything about this, or we just gonna do this until we finally figure it out?
Why is this so difficult to...
Have you tried
And
the handle?
The rest of you watching are clearly seeing Zidane pulling and Thamor pushing.
Hey guys. Why
Yes?
don't you push or pull together?
Isn't that what we're doing?
Oh, take over
Apparently not.
Paymore.
No, you're canceling each other out.
Oh.
Why don't you both push? If that doesn't get anywhere, then both pull.
Okay, so Dan, you go. I'll help you.
Push. 3, 2, 1. Pushing the door open. We need to do another check.
No, the meme is over on that one. Unless you guys want to really roll and see if you get not one again for freaking comedic
At this
sake.
rate, we'll never open this door.
I know. No. When you finally realize that you need to pull the door open, you kind of strain and pull back, and you hear the creaking of wood inside, and you feel something snap. As you pull open the door, and what remains of a barricade kind of comes crumbling down. No, I don't want that. Stop. Ah. And so with the light you have revealed, looking down the corridor from what you can see in the vague light, you see what looks to be like a worn down ballista of sorts, wheeled into place. The string long since broken, and the wood seemingly in okay shape. Maybe it could be repaired. Two dwarves, fully encased in stone, stand guard near it, though their faces seem to be transfixed in agony and focus on something ahead that is not there. Littered around them as well, so like against the walls, are remnants of armor.
Oh, something ate the other people that are not here. Got it.
We should
How
be
much-
cautious.
How much damage is on this ballista? With my ability to mend, how long or how many uses of mending do you think it would take to repair it? Mending repair is basically 1 foot at a time.
It would take several, because I don't think the extent of mending is the ability to just rebuild an object from scratch. Basically,
No, it's repairing basically a foot by a foot. Yes, like you said.
I don't think it's salvageable.
Yeah, he said the rope's
It would be
basically
too complex, probably, to try and do mending.
Gotcha.
Because, like, if you're repairing the whole thing only a little bit at a time, then you're gonna have, like, well, still have weak points.
I mean, it would be feasible, but you would be spending, the better part of a day casting mending over and over and over on every single part. But it only repairs small things. Pieces that are missing aren't just going to reappear.
Yeah.
The ballista bowstring isn't there anymore. It's faded away and snapped. Like, I don't think mending allows you to create things out of nothing in that regard.
And of course, creation is a 5th level spell. Oh, it's even illusion. Moving along.
Well, looks like someone's last stand happened here before they barred the gate. There's a distinct lack of bodies around where he points with his halberd over at various scraps of armor.
Right. Well, looks like nothing else is here. Let's keep moving. And as he says that, I'm going to cast my racial ability Armor of Agathis on myself. I can cast it at a 2nd level once per day. So I'm giving myself 10 temp HP. That lasts for an hour.
Okay. Sounds good.
Can I send Frey out ahead of us just so that he can keep an eye on like just keep an eye out and warn me if there is like anything like dangerous lurking about?
Send the dog too.
Yeah, I guess technically you can. I don't know if Frey has dark vision of any kind, though. I don't remember the familiars. I don't think familiars have that.
If could I turn him into something with dark vision? Like, would that work?
Can I give Freya the starry circlet?
I don't believe I know we kind of modified the familiar spell for him to like kind of look like any animal, but I need to double check. I don't think the familiars inherit their like the characteristics of the creatures they are.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Because a little ethereal elephant with a tiara on was pretty
Granted,
cute.
I've had him also toot a horn like an elephant, so there's also that. Let's see. Oh no, I guess technically they do. If you look through them, they do inherit the. They do technically inherit it. So
Oh, really? Okay.
if he is something that has that ability of like dark vision or the senses or whatever.
What's something with dark vision? I'm blanking.
Bat. Wait, no.
Not a cat.
Not a cat, which is
Because
dumb.
apparently cats don't have dark vision. Yes. Never forget that one.
Badger.
Badger
Oh,
has
yeah.
dark vision.
Oh yeah. Yeah, badgers do.
Okay, why not? Yeah, Frey is a badger.
Take the mind of a, or you kind of fixate your mind on that of a badger, and transform him into it.
It's Dumbledore.
I need to reconsider how this works. I didn't realize just how powerful that could really be with him being able to transform at will to these. But
I think the actual familiar spell. It's like you have to recast it to change its form.
I think so, or it's like fixed based on what you chose initially. But
I think it's recast change though.
oh well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, so you just have him scurry on ahead.
Yeah, and if he sees anything like if he sees anybody alive down here, or if he sees something that looks especially dangerous to us, I just want him to ping me or whatever, so that I can warn the group.
All right. He kind of waddles on ahead, kind of sniffing about the corridors ahead of you. What about the rest of you?
Badger. For the badger to come back.
Well, Zidane was probably taking point because dark vision and 18 AC.
I am staying close to Zidane. Seems like the safest option. So wherever Dan goes, I am not far behind.
So it looks like this is a little branch.
Yeah. Andros will kind of be just in the middle.
Evan will be just taking up the rear.
Ishinari's going to hang out with Evian.
These dwarves are they look like they've been turned to stone, just like the
yes,
people topside. But it's not like a different
basilisk. Nope, it looks like they were turned. I mean, it's turned to stone. There's not really a difference, but their expression is that of like as if they were fighting or in agony of something in front of them.
And the arm on the ground, is that turned to stone?
The armor? No.
Okay. And the arm on these guys is turned to stone, right?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Have I picked up, like, have I gotten any pings on my detect magic at all since we've moved down this hallway?
No, nothing here.
Okay.
Praise of head. Wait, how's that work?
I guess I'll be moving 30 feet at a time. So.
Hold up.
Okay.
Sorry. How much health did I give Frey?
I don't know if we ever said.
If he's a badger, he has 1d4 plus 1.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's probably based on his. Well, we need to scale it because he's able to turn into mini elephants. But basically, though, it's a small amount. It's not going to be able to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You hear Frey let out a shriek as he dissipates ahead of you.
Oh no!
No! In my head, I just start saying, Frey, or what happened?
Let's see. Also, no, the backlash is from you casting counterspell with him, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We'll check.
I'm the one who takes damage.
You're the one
My
that,
familiar gets
sorry,
hurt.
make sure I remember everything. Yeah, so you feel this this suddenly pang Morani as Frey like squeaks or screeches out in pain ahead of you in badger form, and for a brief moment you feel no connection for a minute before you kind of feel that presence again inside you. I didn't see it coming, Morani.
Didn't see what coming. What happened?
I don't know. It was all black.
Did something hit you, or
Yes. I was trying to think. He nods his head, but he's inside you, so doesn't
He's
really.
too used to being corporeal.
Andros holds his quarterstaff in front of him defensively. Right, something, because we all heard the cry, right?
Yes.
Right, something got Frey. Let's get ready.
Yeah, like Andros, I got the hexblade out.
Pointy sticks forward.
Wait just to go.
And at the end of the corridor you guys are standing in, to your, looking down to the right, you see a door at the end of that hall.
Okay.
The pathway Frey went down was south of you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a door here. It's not a
Yes,
dead end.
there is a
correct?
door there.
Okay.
The map is not particularly great at indicating it, but there is a door there.
I suppose now would be a bad time for me to take 15 minutes to resummon Frey.
Follow-up
He
question.
can do
is this,
it.
Is this
Familiars
supposed to
are
Then in
correct.
the middle of combat, I mean,
All right.
if there's
Is this
a compelling
grid
reason
supposed
to
to
do it,
be
let's do it.
1 grid wide or 2 grids wide?
I'm going with the way I scaled it to the grids themselves, like to the grid on that you guys can move around, and not the
Okay.
grid of the map because it didn't scale properly the way I wanted it to. So
Basically, it's
Okay.
a 10-foot wide. You can stand on this side or on this side.
yes,
Okay, super.
you can hold 2 people in that hall.
Well, curious as to what just conked Frey. Sedan,
Okay. Are
30
you taking
feet.
the 15 minutes to recast, or what's the plan here?
I mean, I
Or is
won't
that
hold everybody up to do that, but I mean,
Andros will walk by Marani and be like, let's figure out what this is first. Come on. We're going to need
probably
you
right.
for this fight.
Zidane, do you see anything?
Everyone roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh. Because I'm good at those.
You didn't take wisdom as a dump stat, so
All right. Damn.
Hey! Oh!
Man, I got
He rolled a
rolls
0. Wow.
0
So
perception.
all of you, except for Andros and Absinthoth, especially not Absinthoth, you hear giggling
Oh God.
coming from behind you.
From
And as you
below.
turn, standing next to the ballista is the little girl.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
And she just kind of sits there and is grinning and touches the ballista, and it fires.
Oh, what? What?
And Ronnie, your
God.
detect magic goes berserk at this.
Oh, wait, the
good.
little girl's back here?
Yes.
At the ballista.
Oh.
So the ballista was damaged, but it's a fake kind of damage?
Motherfucker.
Nope. She recreated it, or well,
You just
there's a
magically-
magic surrounding it now. And it is
Okay,
firing
okay.
from magic.
Devious, I like
that you're
that.
muted.
And she is going to aim at the person that rolled in that one, basically. So,
Super.
Absinthoth,
Babe, you're
with
muted.
that one, you're going to have disadvantage on this, but I'm still going to give you a shot.
I-
Roll me a reflex saving throw.
I was gonna ask if I can do Misty Step to see, since I'm in the rear, and if I saw her before she shot, can I stop her? If I cast Misty Step?
I don't know if you could stop her, but you could try to like interact with her, just because the amount of speed that would need to be react to both see, react, and then get to her before she literally just touches it.
Okay.
But if you want to
So-
try Misty,
So follow-up question to that. So if I make a deck save throw, that's fine.
Mhm.
There's no way I can leverage shield into any of this. The level 1 spell, correct?
Not with the nat 1, though.
Okay.
You literally have no idea.
I rolled a
You didn't
9.
even turn around. You're not even see this coming. It's just kind of a. You hear everyone else turning, and you're kind of late to the party, and you just see a bolt almost right at you.
Yep, that's a 9.
Nope. Yeah, it strikes you full in the chest. But all the people for this to hit, the energy feels very familiar.
No, stop this.
No, don't touch me there.
Don't touch me there. I already got a critical hit on my soul last night.
Mommy Void is coming to call
Jeez
again.
Louise. All right. Yeah, you take 3 points of necrotic damage. And as soon as almost as soon as it was fired, she's gone.
Okay, well, then I won't waste Misty Step then.
Can I divine sense?
I mean, you're divine sensing now?
Yes, like
Sure.
as soon as after we got shot, I guess. Let me put it up. Your favorite radar ping.
So with a 22, did I see if she looked like Ulred?
For those that rolled above a 20, so yeah, Thamor and Alton, she did not look like all red, but she did look like, maybe the same age.
It was like human.
Yeah.
It's the Ulred
human
clone.
Ghost.
11-year-old girl or something.
Yeah, but it didn't look like Allred herself. But it did look like a little human girl.
Well, the king was thirded. Why not the princess thirded? Anyways.
None of those things are being picked up. Though, didn't we upgrade your divine sense or no?
Nope, that is the warden stuff. However, now that you mention it, I would like to use, and for the next minute. No, wait, damn it! I don't. That's only one per short rest. I had a Sentinel of Life I've yet to use.
It's 3 points of damage, thankfully. So
Yeah, it's the fact that I have to use a bonus action to put it up, though. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's just 3 points. Absinthe, you're all right.
What the fuck was that?
Who wasn't that damaged? Did anyone see what went on?
Whatever happened, it is surrounded by magic now.
The magic is starting to fade away, Marani, as you look at it.
Okay.
But the magic that you're seeing, it is similar to the magic Absinthe uses. As glowing runes seem to be on this ballista and are slowly fading away.
She kind of just looks back toward Absinthe and has kind of a suspicious look on her face and just says, "This magic seems familiar somehow."
Alton's going to go back and try to turn the ballista so that it's not facing us. Just point this over here.
Okay. So you just kind of... It creaks and groans as you grab it and move it, but you're able to kind of... Which way are you facing it?
To the wall. There we go. What's that problem? Let's keep going.
Oh, not her. Why did it have to be her?
Don't worry. Well, I guess we could worry, but I don't think it was all red. I think it... who knows?
No, I know exactly who that is.
Oh, you do?
Care to share with the class? Is this something we need to know about?
Deep are we in this underground? Are we in? You know what? We're within the monastery thing. My mother can't scry me here. Officially, I'm an only child.
Wait a minute. I thought you had a sister.
Yeah, I told you I had a sister. I'm
Really?
pretty sure it's her.
What?
Remember yesterday, Alton, when I was looking at that crown saying it's, bad omen?
Yes.
It was her laughing in there, saying we'll join you soon.
Man, people in this group really like to withhold information. And I'm not excluding myself from that category. I do the same thing, but...
Well, if I say...
All withholding information?
Well, at least I have a half-valid reason for it, considering that if I do say I have a sister, that, well, my mother would kill me too. And not in a metaphorical sense.
Why are you... Well, okay. Well, we'll deal with that when we're not in mortal danger down here, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Is
So
there-
you got a murder sister. Let's not stand by the thing she just shot us with and keep going.
Yeah.
Is there some reason she's apparating? I mean, is there... What is she?
I don't know. I can
Would you
only
call her
assume.
A ghost?
That's always good.
Would you call her a white? Would you... What? Give me a name.
What happens when you basically get sent to hell? What do you call them?
She's a demon?
Yeah.
Or a
It's
devil?
a very broad term.
Let's go with, banshee for now. Yeah, it's not the right word, but...
This is a powerful being. Has she ever attacked you before?
No. Not like this.
So, all that we can assume is that because we're in this place and Grunbar tells us, the magic is strange here, she was able to attack us.
She was, yes.
Okay, so theoretically, if we return to the surface, or at least to the castle, she wouldn't be able to do that.
I can only hope. She won't
And
be
you've
able
never
to physically...
encountered her before. How have you encountered her before? How do you know that this is who she is?
I recognize that laugh. She's not that much older than me, or at least
So when she
at
was
the time.
when she was alive, okay. And then I assume she died at some point. Oh, that's done more withholding. I hear it. Bill it.
It was a traumatic experience.
What you just went through was a traumatic experience too. I would not like to share. Can you little bit more? Come on.
Amor pokes a thing on the floor where is Albert.
Okay. The traumatic experience was more from my dream last night than perhaps this individual.
Oh no.
Maybe.
Dreams as well?
Yeah, that's why I look like crap today.
The dad is going to join in with the tapping.
What are you poking?
Yes, the suspicious thing on the floor.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, poke at it. I'm so glad I'm around the corner.
So do you want me to describe the scene, or are we still...
Give us one more minute.
Yeah.
Andros opens his mouth to say something, and then doesn't say, well, you look like crap every day. And just closes his mouth.
Subtle.
He doesn't say that.
Out of character, very subtle.
Well, it's a little hard to... I speculate. I don't even know for sure.
Amor, Zidane, and Marani roll me dexterity checks.
Oh,
Well,
God.
Dexterity saving throws.
I'm gonna go back up here. No.
Okay, so Dex saves.
I'm good at these. This will be great.
Oh no.
I'll forget to add a 4.
Add a 4.
Yeah, flat 4 modify. Yeah, Alton, the
Well,
only reason I'm suspect
12.
on this
I got 15.
is that I'm pretty sure she was sent to the Nine Planes, and this is void
I know,
magic
so-
I get shot with.
Okay, well, she's
So,
a devil.
wait,
That helps.
Does it apply to you, Zidane, the +4? Okay, so the only
Oh,
person that...
it's automatically calculated for me, but for everyone
Oh,
else.
so that's an 11. Okay, so
Yes.
11, 12, 15.
okay, so 15 saves, the rest are miss. So those that did not roll that, which would be only Thamor saves, Morani and Zidane, you each take 4 points of necrotic as a bolt fires from down the hall. And you again hear the giggling of a young girl.
The
So
fuck
maybe
is
we
going
should have
on?
someone more agile to go down and take care of the baristas.
All I know is standing around, we'll keep getting shot, so I think we've got to start moving. We can deal with your family shit later at Asmosos. Come on.
Absynthos,
Alright.
do you have ability to banish? Banishment?
None of us do.
I
It's
can-
a 4th level spell.
Mumbo jumbo time.
I can try, but I doubt I could pull it off well enough.
Okay. All right. Well,
But yes, it is a 4th level spell and only a 3rd level spell slot.
Evian is taking off, not wanting to stand around anymore.
yeah. So, well, I was gonna say, Dex. Like, I liked your idea, Evian. Dex people should probably go first.
She has 35 feet of movement, so and plus Misty Step if the things go awry. So
Is this anything on the floor for real, Salty?
I mean,
Well, if you guys would let me, describe something before moving
sorry.
tokens down the hall, but sure. Just waiting to say something, but everyone's just moving their tokens down the hall. Like, hey, we don't really. They just prod you guys with a few more ballista shots, I guess.
Sorry, Salty. Movement for dungeon crawls always shitty
Just
because
drop a pit on you guys at this rate. I feel like that would just be the most lethal thing. Is just drop a pit. Yes, there are as you look down this hall that as another bolt had come down and nearly did hit 2 of you guys and nearly hit a third. The faint ringing of laughter is heard down the hallways from where that shot came from. Beneath you, as you're walking down this hall, you hear the gurgling of water flowing underneath you from these grates. And looking down, when you have some light, you notice this black, viscous, like water flowing through it.
Probably smells awful.
Oh, that it does. But
All right, are we double timing it?
Are we?
I say yeah.
if Salty can keep up.
This hasn't been double time?
Yeah, I would say let's just move down the hallway. We gotta keep moving here. So
Yeah, pretty much Evian is pretty much booking it, just sprinting down.
I'm sticking with Sedan.
stay within 10 feet of
what's
the
your
tower.
what's your marching order? Like, who's in front and back, basically, for this run of
yes,
sorts?
Evian's in front, then Thamor's in Dan.
It looks right.
So Evian's in front, and who's? Just give me before you guys get move around too much. Like, what kind
so
of
this is-
relative? Or is this kind of the relative marching order?
Yeah,
as is
this
right
is,
here?
this is a much
Yeah,
order
this
here.
is good.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will need.
Oh wait, my dog is here. Oh no, my dog that I rolled all 1s on her health. Oh no, she's gonna be
Andros is
sent
running
back.
with her.
Let's see. Against Andros.
That was
Say
expected.
13 hit your AC.
13 does not.
Okay.
13 misses. Wow. I don't get hit by something.
What's that thing?
What the fuck is that?
How
Nice.
Even bigger.
Oh my god.
Holy
Evian.
fucking shit.
Mhm.
Nice. Taking notes.
9 does not hit your AC.
Huh.
Oh, good.
And
Wait, there's 3 grit. Oh no.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been stepping on them.
nope,
This
these
is
have come
fine.
from the ceiling.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
And from beneath the grate that you 3 are standing on. Roll. It's going to go after the first person who probably stepped on was Zidane, so it's going to go after Zidane.
oh,
That
yeah.
one.
That
Big
definitely
F.
hits.
That is
yeah.
going to roll some damage.
Yeah.
So it's going to
I'm
roll.
doing my job.
So it's going to roll this. So you take 11 plus 18 acid.
11 plus 18?
Mhm.
Oh God.
So that's 20. Ooh, that
It-
is.
Maximize
29.
damage.
How bad
Well,
was that for
that's-
you, Zidane?
That's
As
18
it crawls from
29.
underneath the grate and basically grabs at your legs, and you feel this burning sensation as it's corroding your legs. And we're going to roll initiative.
Oh yay!
Yay.
Well, that's
don't-
nearly half my health.
So as you guys, are kind of storming down this hall, you
Don't
just kind
forget
of
to click your tokens, guys.
Yep.
you feel
I
this,
succeed.
you
Feeling
hear
pretty
this
good.
dripping above you.
I'm feeling
As well
pretty
as a
good.
Hey.
Two of you guys dodge it, and one of you guys gets hit from beneath from the grate as these big, viscous black oozes drop from both the ceiling and grates to attack you.
That stuff.
That's thematic, I guess.
It's also what got
So is mine.
Fred.
Someday.
Oh, I should probably have the initiative thing. Where did it go?
An ooze.
Where's my... There it is. Crazy. This is what you just... No, this is the old one, right? Like, it stacked them all. Just...
No, this is the new one.
No, because it has 2 sets of turns on here, including Groombar's.
I don't
Or
see
not
that.
Groombar, but the older characters as well.
I see the newer ones.
Yeah, I've seen
See the ones we just rolled.
You might want to reload your page.
I see all of them from prior as well, but I didn't have the thing open, so let's see. No, my turn order still has... I've got the old turn order on mine at the moment.
I see everyone on mine.
Or, hold on, do you see the actual turn order, or do you see like the initiatives you rolled?
The
Turn order.
initiatives
That's the
we rolled.
initiatives.
Okay, I'm not talking about that. The turn order list I have does not have it correct.
Yeah, we have the. Okay, now it's gone.
That turn order I had nothing on it. It had the old stuff on there. Because it had Grimlock and the other characters on there.
Oh.
Yeah. So you'll just write. Well, you probably know how it works. Adding turns.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add turns for you guys individually and quickly just modify that because it, like I said, it didn't take properly. Oops.
You know what I'm looking forward to, guys?
Hmm.
That mystical day when I roll higher than a 5 on initiative.
Methinks that we should have done some perception/investigation first.
No, this is more fun.
Hey, if we get lucky, Blista come flying down and hit
Hey,
one of these guys.
In fairness, I tried to do that and then Frey immediately died. So
Yeah,
Well,
probably
you
these
see-
things.
Died.
You
Was
kind of see what they died to, though, so.
Well, who's the wisdom character in our group?
that would
Moronic.
be me.
There.
You're welcome.
So when we're all
I mean,
in the
you did the right thing. You sent your wisdom ahead, and it died immediately. And then we went, yeah, let's keep going that way. So it's kind of on us.
Oh man.
I mean, To be fair, yeah, you sent it down. You knew something killed it over there. He said it was black and didn't see it coming. And then your response was, "Let's run down the hallway as fast as we can." So, yeah. Incredibly low.
That's okay if they're incredibly low. Please be lower than a 3.
Yes, be just like last night. Everyone gets to go first.
Well, I
No.
think. Hey!
Hey, there you go. There's
One
one.
rolled really high for some odd ass reason, having a -3 penalty.
It's okay. I still go first.
Okay.
Okay.
got
I
my
think we will pick up
attacks.
with the combat probably start next time because it's actually 12:30 already.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
And combat is. I don't necessarily want to end in the middle of it because I don't think this is a fight that's going to end in a single hit. But yeah. Are we having fun yet in the bowels of Dunmoric?
We're about to.
I'm being traumatized. That feels pretty good.
I mean, I sent you the DM things.
Yeah, I did. Still being traumatized by
Still being okay.
ghost person
Fair enough.
shooting me. Doesn't matter who.
Yep. There's some stuff to that. But yeah, sorry it took a bit to get to this point. Everyone wanted to have their conversation, which isn't a bad thing. But
Yeah, we got Almir. We had